Hey everyone, Larea here. I have a nice slow flow for you to get you moving in the morning or to wind you down at night. You're going to move through the major muscle groups and a little bit of extra attention for the neck, shoulders, and hips. Those are problem areas for me, and I know I'm not the only one. And you can just take your time through this, moving at your own pace as you flow, and take really good care of your body. So listen and respond accordingly, okay? Do what you need to do for yourself to make this easeful, comfortable. Nothing going too deep here, just enough to get things going, okay? Or releasing before you wind down for bed, all right? So take your time and have fun with this. You can add your own bits of flair as you get more comfortable with that flow and adjust this so that it suits your body just perfect, okay? So you can start by just coming over to your mat near the top, and you can line your feet up a comfortable distance apart. And then really press those feet down into the ground. From there, standing nice and tall and strong, engaging the legs, a little bit of a bend to the knees. Tailbone pointing down as you draw your belly in slightly. You can lift your heart and soften your shoulders down. Arms can be wherever they're comfortable. You feel that length go up through the back of the neck as you reach up through the crown of your head. Chin level with the earth. You can let your face soften. Taking in a nice deep full breath. Feel free to exhale out the mouth. And allow your feet to sink down a little bit deeper. And then with your inhale, extend a little bit taller. And feel that strength in your body. And with your next inhale, you can sweep your arms up overhead. We'll lean over into one side. Feel free to hold the wrist here. And you don't necessarily have to reach through the arms. Okay, inhale back up to the center. Exhaling into the other side. Okay, just keep your arms by your sides if you want. Okay, inhale back up to the center, and then exhale, circle the arms behind you, and we'll interlace the fingers and draw your knuckles down. Expand across the chest. Maybe tip the head back if that feels good. Really soften through your throat. Moving the shoulder blades towards one another, lengthening the arms. You can slowly start to bring your chin back down. Take your time. And then from here, we'll drop the right ear down towards the right shoulder. You can keep your hands exactly where they are, or you might even take your hands over towards your right hip. You could add a little bit of movement here if you want to, bringing your chin down and back up again. Okay, and then when you're ready, we'll switch into the other side. You can bring your hands over to your left hip if you like, and then drop your left ear down. And breathing into what you feel here. Send your breath right into that sensation. Okay, when you're ready, coming back up to the center, okay, and then we'll release the hands out in front. You can just interlace those fingers again, and just let your hands hang here, and let the chin fall down towards the chest. Nice deep breaths into the back of your neck. Still being aware of your connection to the ground through your feet. From here, you You can place your hands right onto your thighs, and we're going to slowly make our way down into a forward fold. You can maintain that length of your spine, folding in from the hips. Take your time and feel free to bend your knees as much as you want to. You might like to just let your arms dangle here, or you might like to hold your elbows for a few moments. Letting the upper body surrender. Getting length and space in the spine. When you're ready, you can release your hands. Walking the hands over towards the pinky toe edge side of one of your feet. And then tracing a big half circle around, coming over to the other side. From here, back to the center, lengthening through the spine, coming about halfway up. If you can't quite reach the ground here, that's okay. You could put a block there, or you could take your hands to your shins, whatever works. The right hand will stay down, and then the left arm will come up. Maintaining that length as you twist to look towards the hand, if that's okay for your neck. Exhale, the hand comes down, and then we'll inhale into the other side. Feel free to bend through that opposite knee if you need to. Exhale the hand down, and folding in a little more. You can plant your hands and spread your fingers out wide. Take as many steps as you need to come into plank, stepping back. And then feel free to touch your knees down if you like. We'll exhale nice and slow, keeping the elbows in, lowering down with control. You can release the tops of the feet down into the floor. And then with your inhale, rising up into whatever height cobra feels good to you. Okay, we're going to lower down nice and easy. Okay, pressing into your hands, you can lift up onto hands and knees. And then tuck your toes, lifting the knees up for downward facing dog. And it might feel nice to bend through one knee, then the other, and kind of walk it out a little bit here. Think about bringing the tailbone upward and then bringing your heart downward. Feel free to bend the knees if you need to. Okay, when you're ready, you can look to the top of your mat and take as many steps as you need to come on up. Okay, with your inhale, lift halfway up and lengthen the spine. And with your exhale, you can fold back in. Inhale, we'll rise all the way to standing and take the arms right up overhead. And exhale the arms down. We're going to keep moving with that, adding a little something different every time. Okay? So from mountain pose, inhale, arms come up. We'll take that side bend again. And keep the heart open as you lean over. Exhaling into the other side. Inhale the arms up and exhale all the way behind the back. We'll inhale, lift the heart, tilt the head back if that's okay. This time keep the hands behind you and we'll exhale into that forward fold. Hands could just rest onto your lower back, or you might even lift your arms up here. Again, bend the knees if you need to. If you want to come over towards one side again, feel free, bending the knees, listening to your body. When you return to the center, releasing your hands down, all the way to the floor. We'll take that twist once again, reaching the arm up. Think about stacking the shoulders as you lengthen from tail to crown. Exhale, hand comes down and into the other side. Exhale, the hand comes down. Okay. Plant the hands, spread your fingers out, step back into your plank once again, wherever you are, from your toes or your knees. And then we'll exhale as we lower, nice and smooth. Okay. This time from Cobra, you're gonna lift and look over the shoulder. And then come back to center and over the other shoulder. And then back to center. We'll lower down nice and easy here, pressing in. You'll lift to your hands and knees, and we'll keep the hips hovering above the knees. And then you can walk your hands out until your forehead reaches the ground. Now, if you need to bend your elbows a little bit here, you can rest them on the ground. And you can bring your elbows in a little bit. Think about downward dog, but just the smaller, cuter version here. Puppy. Now, nice and easy, lifting your head, you can walk your hands in so that you're in that tabletop position. So your hands will be right underneath your shoulders, fingers nicely spread out, knees below your hips. We're gonna roll through cat-cow 3 times with the breath. So as you inhale, you can tilt your tail up and let your belly come down towards the floor, lifting your chest and your face. With your exhale, tucking the tail and rounding up through your spine, chin towards the chest. And 2 more times just like that at your own pace here. Letting that movement move through the spine. And with the last one, you can return to your tabletop position. From here, we're going to thread the needle. So we'll take the right arm through between the left arm and the left leg. You're going to work towards bringing the back of that right shoulder down, and you can let the right side of your head rest down. Now, if you can't get your head all the way to the floor, you could tuck a block or a bolster underneath your head to give you a little bit more height. The more you reach the arm through, the more you'll feel that stretch, okay? Here, you could reach the left hand and place the back of the hand onto your lower back if you want, for a little bit of a bind. But if that feels like it's too much strain on your neck, then go ahead and bring the hand down for support. Okay. When you're ready to untwist, you can bring the left hand under the shoulder. We'll press in to unwind. Okay. And then we'll switch into the other side. So this time, the left arm comes through, palm faces up as you work towards bringing the left side of your head down. Checking in and seeing if you want to take the bind here. You could reach for your hip crease as well. And when you're ready to unwind, the hand can come back underneath the shoulder, once again pressing in, coming back to a neutral spine in your tabletop. Okay. From here, we'll lift up into downward facing dog and tuck the toes, make your way up. Get some good length happening, maybe even a little bit of movement. And when you're ready, you can look up to your hands and step up there. Okay, we'll come halfway up and lengthen. And then exhale, fold back in. Inhale all the way to standing. Nice big reach up overhead. You can exhale, hands down. Awesome. So next one will be a little bit different yet, but some of the same. So press your feet down, stand up tall, strong. Inhale, arms up. Exhale into your lateral bend. Breathe into your side. Inhale, back up. Exhale into the other side. Inhale, back up. Exhale, arms behind you. Inhale to lift the heart. Okay, and then exhale, folding in. Same as before, if you want to come to one side, feel free. We'll release the hands down to the floor. Okay, and then inhale, take your twist, reaching the arm up. Exhale that hand down and into the other side. Back to the center. You can bring both fingertips, both sets of fingertips to the floor. And we'll step back with the left foot. And you can go ahead and just lower your left knee right down to the ground, coming right up onto your fingertips. Lengthen the spine, look straight ahead, and act as though you're going to drag that knee, but don't. Okay, as you move the hips forward and down. Soften the jaw. Deep breaths into what you're feeling. Stay present with it, even if it's uncomfortable. Okay, we're going to just shift the hips back a little bit so that you can heel toe your right foot out towards the edge of your mat, and both hands will come to the inside. And you might even back that left knee up a little bit more. Here, might feel nice to come onto the pinky toe edge side of your foot and steer that knee out to the side a little to get into the inner thigh. You can breathe your way through this. You could even lower to your forearms if you want to. Deep breaths. You could add a little twist here as well. Turning to the right, maybe even reaching that right arm up. See what feels good for you. When you're ready, bringing that hand down, and we'll bring the foot a little bit more to the center again so that you can tuck your left toes to lift the knee up, and then we'll step forward with the left foot and step back with the right. And you can drop that right knee down. Sinking into the lunge and letting your breath just guide you to exactly where you need to be. So the breath should be really easeful. Maybe backing off a little if you need to, or sinking in a little more if that's what's needed. Just listening. When you want to widen that out, we'll heel toe that foot out towards the edge, hands coming to the inside, maybe sinking in a little lower. You can also tilt the knee out to the side. Deep breaths. Be present with whatever's there. Maybe adding that little twist again. This time you can keep the foot out wide, and we'll just shift back so that you can come to hands and knees in that tabletop position. Feel free to widen your knees out a little bit or keep them together. And then we'll sink into our favorite version of child's pose. You can let your forehead rest down. If your forehead won't reach the ground, you could stack your fists or use a block. Feel free to do whatever you want with your arms, perhaps reaching behind you or reaching in front of you. You can even get into your triceps a little more here by bending the elbows and bringing the hands to the back of the head. When you're ready to move on, you can Slowly lift yourself up, just enough that you can come to your seat. Okay? And once you're here on your seat, you can just lie down onto your back. From here, we'll cross the left ankle over the right thigh, just above the knee. You can keep that left foot flexed. This might be enough for you right here, but if you need a little more, you can bring your right thigh in and either hold the back of your thigh, or if you are able to bring it in a little closer, you could possibly hold your shin. And again, deep breaths into what you're feeling. Give a little tuck of the chin here so that you get that length through the back of your neck. And ideally, our shoulders are still relaxed on the ground. So if you were unable to reach the back of your thigh, you could also use a strap here too. Feel free to linger a little bit longer. When you feel ready to let it go, just release and bring the foot down. And go ahead and switch into the other side. Okay. Crossing the right over the left. And keeping that right foot flexed as you bring the left leg in towards you. And the closer you bring it in, the more you're going to feel that. When you're feeling complete with that, let go and lower the foot down. You can keep both feet on the ground here if you like. Reaching your arms out a bit wider. And take the knees down to one side. And if you want to look away from your knees for that full spinal twist, go ahead. And if there's another version of the supine twist that you enjoy more, then absolutely do that one. And then slowly turning your head to the center. Bring the knees back up. We'll take them over to the other side. Turn and look over the other shoulder. Softening into the twist. When you're ready, unwinding, head coming back first, knees coming up. And then from here, if there's anything else that you feel you might need, absolutely go to it, okay? And then take a few moments to just lie down onto your mat in a comfortable position for you. Maybe tucking a bolster under your knees if you need to, have some relief in your lower back. Or any other position if you would like to lie on your side or your belly, anything that feels good to you, maybe legs up the wall. And take a few moments to just let your body settle in. Feel open across the heart, little tuck of the chin. Feel free to close your eyes. Let your body be supported by the earth below you. Be held here for a few moments. Give attention to your breathing. And if you feel the mind drifting away, just keep coming back. Keep coming back to the feeling of the earth holding you, supporting you. And that feeling of your breath moving through your body. And for those few moments that you take here, just let that be all that there is. Feel free to rest here for as long as you like to. And when you're ready, you can come to your side first. Take a moment there. And then coming to seated when you feel ready. And I thank you so much for joining me. With gratitude, namaste.